Hey guys, our decline here, average picker. So we are going to try to get through this Yale challenge lock. This was pinned up by Pickaholic. It's called the Ascent. And look at that keyway. That's kind of gnarly. It almost seems like an advantage that the pins are sitting where they are, but it's not. It's pretty bad because you've got to kind of be in here somewhere actually to get them lifted up enough. I do have about 10 minutes on this lock. I don't think I'll be putting that footage up though, because it is just 10 minutes of me not opening it and trying some different things. So I've got a few picks set out to the side. Yeah, you really kind of want something that's 15 to 20 thousandths, but as strong as a 25. I had a lot of luck with this pick from Sparrows. It's a little bent out of shape from just use over time, but it chews through ICOs, and they have a similar standard keyway as far as that little crook goes. And it did work really well right up until we got a false set. So I am actually just going in with a 25 right now. I'm just going to try to be slow and careful and keep to that ledge as best I can and not have to twist too much if I can avoid it, and see how far we get. So yeah, I knew that one pick. I thought it's got a good chance to eat this lock up, and it was going really well, but its shortcoming, which you could probably tell from its shape, is if you end up in a deep false set, it just doesn't have the lift on it that it needs. And of course that's what we ended up in. So for this pick, I did start thinking, well, if I'm just a little methodical, I could probably achieve the same results with the Tron, because I'd already used the Tron to get in there to try to get to pin 3. And I'd been minorly successful. Now I'm saying all this, and honestly, I'm already about to throw this pick down and grab something else. So take what I'm saying with a grain of salt. I've got somebody. What you need now? Got somebody meowing back there. But yeah, okay. So we've got our deep false set going on. See it there? And I think this is it. I think the pin is up front that does it, that is going to fix it. And so hopefully we will get an open here in just a moment. With that keyway, it's very easy to get a lot of false feedback. So you're kind of constantly twisting onto the warding and stuff, and that creates a situation where all the pins seem to be talking to you, saying, oh, I'm the one, I'm the one. I think it's about pin 2 that does it. I'm going to see if I can't get back there in the back, though, to double check to make sure it's not actually occurring further back. Okay. A little bit of, it's wanting to counter rotate off of pin 5 some, but it's not wanting to really set. Okay, we'll try 4. No, 3. I think it's 3. We could be on 2 actually. I kind of backed the pick up some It's definitely counter-rotating. Fell back into the false. What I don't want to do is lose this false. So I'm trying to be as careful as I can with it. Guess what we just lost? The false. I think we can slip back into it pretty easily though. Huh. I say that, and then I'm unable to. I tell you, I don't normally get... Okay, there we go. So we're into our false. See, I don't normally get too intimidated by keyways. But man, this one... There we go, there we go. So it was pin 1. I thought it was 2 that we needed to get out of our false. But it was actually pin 1. Okay, so we do have a key, and it is mummified, and I hope this is actually the key. So the key actually says Ilko on it. The lock says Yale, but it was the only key in the box that was not accompanied to a lock. So I'm guessing this is it. Oh, look at that bitting. So it doesn't look, well, you know what? I say it doesn't look too terrible, but yeah, it does. That first pin is pretty down in there. That's about as low as it's going to get on that thing. So lock it up. So it goes to the counterclockwise easier than clockwise. It hangs a little bit. Oh, of course, it's not a C-clip. But it's a standard. I don't have a standard screwdriver sitting here. So we will try to nudge this open maybe with a tension wrench. Is this going to work? This was a fun little lock. Did I tell you guys it was pinned up by Pickaholic? Pretty sure I did. It was a beast with that keyway. Like, I feel like the lock would have been more fun if I didn't have to deal with that keyway. But then that would have definitely taken some of the challenge out of it. I suspect there's going to be some pretty neat pins in here, though, and I think that's part of it. I think the keyway might have detracted a little bit from the coolness of the pins, if that makes any sense. Just because you spend so much time fighting the keyway, you don't exactly enjoy the pins, but that's hardly here nor there with it. Oh wow, this is just a neat looking lock, I think, too. So look at our core, man, it just keeps going back there. I mean, it's a long lock, you know, to begin with, right? But it's interesting, so that we've got five pins. If we look at the bottom though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've got kind of 6 dimpled out for it. So a little interesting there. I don't know, maybe they make a 6-pin version of it. Standard in 5. Standard in 4. Is this going to be another one of those? Okay, good. We're just a bunch of standards. 3. Kind of serrated. 2 is serrate. Oh, pin 1 is pretty neat. We'll flip the camera around, let you guys take a look at it, of course. Pin 1, kind of just a big spool element to it. Oh, 2 just popped up with a wafer. So 2, we've got a drunken T-pin on 2. Oh, pin 5. Oh, screw you. Okay, looks like we've got, oh God, it's hard to see in that end, it's just so much to it. Doesn't feel like any work has been done upstairs. We do have a mix of springs in there. Looks like mostly steel ones though. And yeah, we've got serrations on 1, 4, and 5. So let's get the camera flipped around and take a look at it. Okay, so we look at the core. You see we've got 1, 3, and 5, and 2 and 3 are standard. We get in here and look at the pins. So that's our 1 driver, or our 1 key pin. Very nice looking pin. 2. 3. I want to say I had overset 3 in the earlier attempt on it, but I'm not sure. And then we've got 4 and 5 are just standards. But let's go up to the 5 driver, because look at this beast. Look at that guy. I don't even know what to, I don't think I've really seen a pin that looked like that before. We've got that spool element with kind of a cake T-pin to it. That is pretty intense. And it does have these little serrations up here. I can't really see back. Yeah, I don't see, oh, I just dumped the springs. I don't see any way that he would have gotten into, have done serrations inside here. Oh wait, are we seeing something? God, because that's serrated. For one, I don't know how you did that. Okay, so that's just the spring we're getting in there. There's no serrations in there. And so there's our 4 driver. Set that up like that just to remind you guys which ones were serrated. There's our 3. And then we've got this drunken guy. I'm not going to pull him up. Well, let's see if we can grab him real quick. Got our drunken T-pin on 2. And there's our number 1 guy. Now this is, it is a little interesting. Well, I guess, no, that would explain going into the false, I guess. So we hit back around 4 and got thrown into a false, but it wasn't from this, but we were definitely getting feedback on pin 5. It was wanting to counter rotate. But it was when we came up and did 1 and did a real solid lift off 1 that we cleared and got our open. So I must have, we couldn't have been sitting lodged in on the end of this T-pin, or it would have been 2 that would have lifted us out of it, and not the first one. So yeah, interesting. Normally I have some uncertainty, but I was definitely on pin 1. But that keyway is such too that, and I was trying to get a rest on here, but that really wasn't occurring. I was kind of having to float in here just off of it and work up. And so, as we work to the back, we would have been multi-lifting, especially with the picks I was using, because this was the pick that I originally knew was going to chew through this lock, or I felt like would, unless we ran into a deep false set. And you can see it just does not have the lifting power. But you can also see how we would have been setting multiple pins. We would have been doing a primary lift, but we would have been definitely trapping and hitting other pins with that. So there we go. Pickaholic, the Ascent. Man, that was a tough little lock there, buddy. So appreciate it. Thanks a lot. And thank you, K1, again, for sending it. All right, guys, you have a good one.